Time now for our Seen and Unseen segment, where we expose what's really going on behind the big cultural stories of the day. Topics run the gamut today, from the media blackout on today's pro-life walkout on college campuses across the nation, and to the mayor of London calling for, get this, knife control after his city's murder rate is poised to pass New York's. For analysis, we're joined by New York Times bestselling author of the Will Wilder series, Fox News contributor Raymond Arroyo. Okay, Raymond, where are we starting to knife control?
Got to start with Sadiq Khan, the mayor of London's knife control. Now, this is the same man, just to remind everybody.
Okay.
A few years ago, he rescinded the policy of searching and stopping people who might have knives, might have weapons,
frisk.
because he said it's racist and might be Islamophobic.
Wait, did they only stop Islamic or?
Well, they stopped a lot of Islamic folks because these are members of gangs, and it's mostly gang activity in London that we're seeing.
But they thought
Laura,
they were profiling?
8 to 15 knife attacks a day in London.
What?
8 to 15. So now he's passing these knife control measures, which means you cannot have knives delivered to your home and you can't order them online.
What about wedding registries for? I mean, steak knives are great.
Do without knives. Look, this is what he tweeted.
The Ginsu knife set is one of my favorite things that you can get on late-night TV. Those are awesome.
You better borrow it from somebody who's dying.
And that's not all.
There are no new ones. This is what he tweeted. This is Sadiq Khan. He said, I'm joining the board. Oh, sorry, I'm reading the wrong.
No excuses. There is never a reason to carry a knife. Anyone who does will be caught, and they will feel the full force of the law.
There's never a reason to carry a knife. Now, wait a minute. If you're a baker, you need a knife. If you're a butcher, you need a knife. If you're a tech guy, you work with it, you need a knife.
Oh, my God. We use knives at my house to just cut stuff around
My favorite, I found this psychiatrist in London, quoted in the London Times. Why do we need these deadly weapons at home? We need curved instruments. So it's a country of butter knives, apparently, now. That's all you need. Just grab the butter knife.
What is the West End going to use on all this for the prop departments?
Macbeth will kill people with a butter knife. I mean, what next? Axes? Trucks?
Sean Duffy was just in here. He's the big lumberjacks in Wisconsin.
Knife,
no, but he can
gut a fish. So
yeah,
maybe,
he was a lumberjack. Remember in the old days? All right, so this is comical now. This is what everybody used to joke about.
But this is
hairspray.
Control.
What's next? Hairspray? That could be deadly. Hairspray control.
Well, I was thinking piano wire. We have to have a piano control.
No, that's
anything. You can kill with anything. The corners of a desk. I don't know where this ends.
Pro-life walkouts happened today. I didn't hear anything about them.
You had this teacher on yesterday who was at Rockland High School. She raised a question at the time of the gun walkouts. Remember, a month ago, you had school walkouts all over the country. They were covered with helicopters and live reports.
Big march in Washington.
Big march. But it wasn't only that. It was school walkouts.
Yeah, that were
organized by the Women's March, okay? Well, now a student, Brandon Gillespie, at Rockland High School, he decided to stage a pro-life walkout today. 200 schools participated, 200 high schools, 80 colleges, no coverage at all.
Will he be on the cover of magazines, maybe? And
no magazine cover. The kid couldn't score, the side of a, I don't know what. It's ridiculous. There are barely pictures of this. We'll put a few pictures up so you can see. But very little video, no local or national coverage of this. It's an outrage. And he did it to prove the point.
And he proved it.
His school district.
We don't even have a photo. There we go. We got one photo. Okay.
His school district in Sacramento made special provisions when the kids walked out of school for gun control. And they were given use of school accessories, microphones and speakers.
Right.
They didn't afford him those luxuries. So now lawyers are about to sue the school, and they've already threatened them, saying this is content discrimination.
Well, what do we talk? It's like a defending the first. Here we are. It's like we talked about last night.
No, it's a terrible story.
Now, John Boehner has been known to enjoy his cigs and booze every now and then.
Merlot.
Oh, please, not just Merlot. He's a Scotch drinker, isn't he? And he's perpetually tan. He's a great guy. I like Boehner. But now he's changed his thinking, don't you know, on pot. We call it all cannabis, and it makes us feel better to call it cannabis.
Well, remember, in 2011, he said this. He said, I am unalterably opposed to the legislation of marijuana, okay? He was on the record.
Yeah,
now he tweets out today, He is now a member of, he's joined Acreage Holdings.
Ka-ching!
Which is a cannabis distributor. It distributes to 11
How much
states.
money is he making off pot and wrecking the minds of young people?
I think the former speaker is finally seeing green, not only marijuana, but those Benjamins that are coming through the door. This is really sad.
Oh, no, that's sad. I mean, look, we have
stand
enough problems in the country. We don't know more kids. And once adults like, oh, it's fine, and the kids are going to do it. I mean, I'm adamantly. I know it's not the cool thing to be, but I'm not wild about this.
It has terrible effects, and he claims it's going to help veterans and help.
Oh
people
yeah,
get off
they
of
always
opioid addiction.
Oh no.
How is addicting one person
just
to this
be honest.
helping them
Just be honest.
avoid that? If
you want to make a lot of money on pot, just say, it's better than going around the country speaking and, at $10,000 a pop. They're just going to pay me a huge amount of money to sit on their board. I mean, whatever it is, just be honest.
Yeah,
don't try to claim you're doing it for the vets. Okay, that is just that's sad.
And then I have to share this video real quickly.
Real quick.
The president signed a piece of legislation today to help outlaw online human trafficking and prostitution. There was a survivor behind him. And watch this video. Can we show it? Do we have time?
I am not a survivor. I am MA. It's about damn time.
And look, she's dancing during the signing.
Oh, look at her.
She's doing a joyous dance.
Oh, it went on, by the way. We cut it off, unfortunately, but it went on.
Yeah.
All right, Raymond Arroyo.
Signing throughout. Well, Joy, I like
it. She's I feel like rocking
out.
She's
a survivor. She was the first woman to sue Backpage.
That the feminists are all thrilled. They love Backpage, apparently. Raymond, awesome segment.